I'm Terece. Let me flip screens here. I am Terece, and this is my little corner of the world that you're visiting. I am here with my brand new Brickin Awesome Alarm Red hoodie. It is pretty brickin' awesome. One of my personal designs, and I really like it. I built the light bulb out of Legos, of course, and put it on a shirt. So this evening, we take care of a couple of quick admin things here. Right off of camera, you won't notice anything, but here I am, Brickin and Talkin. So I'm going to continue with my Star Wars series. Did episode 1, 2, and 3. Had a really good time with those. I did the episode 1. I did the Anakin Skywalker Pod Racer 20th Anniversary Edition. Episode 2, I did the Jedi Starfighter for Obi-Wan Kenobi. And episode 3, I did the battle scene between Obi-Wan and Anakin Skywalker. So episode 4, absolutely iconic. The first, of course, released out of the series. And, this is where George Lucas made his debut with the sci-fi community in what we now know as Star Wars. So I have two options here, and it's kind of funny how I laid it out. I didn't even think about how I laid this out when I set up my little table here, but the TIE fighter here is actually like shooting at Luke Skywalker, and you see like the laser streaks going by. So I actually just picked this one up yesterday while I was out and about. I saw it at the store while I was there and added it to my cart. Luke Skywalker's X-wing I've had for about a month or so now, sitting here in the wings. And then I also have my TIE bomber, which I'm going to build for as a part of episode 5. So I mean, all of these are going to get built one way or another, but just kind of the order that I'm building them. So I do have some pretty awesome announcements to make. Let me take a quick look at something here. Yep. All right, we are live. Awesome. All right, so let me clear these off the table right quickly. So Uncle Sam was so gracious as to give me some of my money back. So of course, with that, I bought more Legos. So I've got the Diorama series, the Trench Run, Death Star Trench Run. Super fun. I've been actually eyeballing this for a hot minute. 665 pieces. I am looking at this upside down, so you can look at it right side up. And I'm pretty excited about that one. Let's see here. All right, also Star Wars Episode 1, the Compactor Room Diorama. Super fun. This one actually comes with some minifigs, so I thought that was kind of cool. Not many of the dioramas, not all of the dioramas do, but this one does. I thought this would be kind of fun. I am actually kind of debating, I don't know, with these ones, with these dioramas, I'm really kind of debating on whether I want to just keep them in the box as collectibles or bust them open and build them and have fun. So, I mean, either way, I got these. Oh, wait, but then there's more. I also got the Dagobah Jedi training diorama. Comes with the dirty R2-D2. I thought that was super cool. A Yoda and of course, Luke Skywalker. So yeah, like I said, I got these. Oh, this one's 1,000 pieces. Wow, that's pretty lofty for me. I'm growing in my Lego building skills. I am happy with that. So yeah, like with those, I don't like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna keep those as collectibles, keep them in the box and hopefully pristine for later on down the road, or if I'm going to bust them open and build them. But what I have been doing, and I actually gave a friend of mine, a coworker of mine, this advice is, if you collect Legos, um, if you collect them, keep the boxes, keep the instructions, because I mentioned with one of my kits that I built from the 90s, I just so happened to keep the instructions for that one. That was actually my very first build, the Ice Planet build, and I'm really glad I kept those instructions. I only have a handful because of how I used Legos, how I played with Legos when I was a kid. I didn't. I rarely ever built the actual kit. I just wanted the pieces that came with the kit to build other things, which I now call anarchy building. So, and then I think someday once I get into my permanent residence, I'll do a full Lego dump of all my Legos, and I'll just sit and talk, and we'll do an anarchy build. That'll be fun. So I don't know which one I want to do right now. I've really been looking forward to the TIE Fighter. I think I'm gonna do TIE Fighter. So and even though I am building these kits, breaking open the boxes, and of course having fun with them, the way that they were intended to. Um, I am trying to keep the boxes. I'm definitely keeping the instructions, but definitely keeping the boxes, because that's another thing that I learned, that even if some of these become highly collectible, which the Star Wars series are pretty up there. Um, even if they have been opened, if you can verify that you have all the pieces and you have the box, even if it's open, it boosts it maintains a little bit more of that value if you have the box and the instructions. So the other thing, really cool thing that Lego has done is in the back now they have an inventory of each piece, so you can just go through an inventory. Not so much with the 90s kits, where I literally had to build the kit as I was digging through my huge tote of Legos to figure out that where I had all the pieces, make sure I had all the right pieces for the build on camera. Which once I get into my other place, because when I had the Navy move me, I didn't have them. I didn't put aside my tote for my Legos, and they packed that away, so it's in long-term storage right now. So, but I've got these kits, and I have some kits in my personal storage unit, which is just up the road from me here, and I thought I was just gonna keep them there, but I need to do this. I really enjoy building the Legos, and I needed something, and it's just one of those things that I can do, and I know for this period of time I will be happy, and I enjoy sharing these moments with you, these experiences with you. So opening up Star Wars kit 75300 TIE Fighter. Like I said, I just got this a couple days ago while I was out shopping. Uncle Sam was so gracious as to give me some of my money back. And heck, I'm gonna buy more Legos because I enjoy Legos, and I did act responsibly with some of that money. But oh, that's how I did it. Hey, check that out. Look at that. That's what I was trying to figure out the last time. So like I said, I've moved, and I had a setup to where you can at least see part of my instructions here. And with I think it was with the Jedi Starfighter build, which the first time I streamed that stream didn't go anywhere. The picture was blank and nothing showed up. So wow, 3 bags in this one. Look at me, 3 bags. We're going to put these 2 other bags off to the side here. And just so you know, on the table in front of me, I have a light pink tablecloth. It helps me see the pieces better, and it helps the pieces show up better on camera, especially the white colored pieces and the light gray pieces, which these kits do have a lot of those, both of those. So, and I actually learned that disclaimer from Bob Ross himself, because I was watching Bob Ross pretty consistently there for a while, and he got some feedback about people were wondering like how he prepped his canvases. So he started telling people at the beginning of the show what he had already done on the canvas in order to make his projects happen. So kind of in that fashion, I am continuing that in a way by telling you what I have on the table in order for you to see what I am doing. Fantastic. So in bag 1, I get I get 3 minifigs in this kit, and some people out there, they just collect the minifigs, and that is really cool. I there for a minute, I thought I was kind of heading in that direction because my local, well, was local, a Lego store over in Port Orchard, where I used to live. They have just caches of minifigs, and they're just absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I have a TIE fighter pilot. This is one of the coolest characters. I wish the TIE fighter pilots would have gotten more screenplay. These guys, they just look super cool. They're all black, and they're all black uniforms, and their masks are just super cool. Like, remember first time seeing that on Star Wars, and I thought that was the coolest friggin' thing. So here in Brickin Talkin, we do a lot of talking and we do a lot of brickin', of course. So sometimes I get to talking a little bit too much, and I lose track of what I'm brickin'. It happens sometimes. So I gotta deal with some of my my followers out there. If you would like, you can join me in this adventure as a drinking game of sorts. If you would like to partake, by all means. And what the game consists of is, if I have to do a sticker, you get to take a drink. And the other thing is it doesn't have to be alcoholic. It does not have to be an alcoholic beverage. It can be any beverage you want. I keep a cherry Coke with me. And no, it doesn't have any additives in it. Just plain old cherry Coke. And the other thing is if I get to talking a little bit more than bricking, and I have to take something apart and redo it, guess what? You get another drink. I think it's 2 drinks for a redo, if I can remember right. I change the rules every time, so it's however I feel like doing it. Almost like that show, Whose Line Is It Anyways? Where I just make up my own point system. All right, so I need a 4, and so Lego, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face. Lego and Star Wars are 2 franchises that really just marry well together, and because of their history, because of their likability and their followings. And Lego, where is that? I am having a really hard time focusing right now. There we go. And Lego has, over the years, has done just a phenomenal job maintaining relevance in the market. I cannot begin to express how well Lego just maintains relevance and just keeps up with the time, keeps up with their demographics. And it's just one of those ageless toys. Just Lego and Barbie. I can't even really say G.I. Joe has had that the same longevity as Lego, because I don't really see much. I would say another one would be Mattel Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels would be another one that's stayed pretty relevant over the years. And Barbie. I said Barbie already, but you just don't have toys like this very often, and it's just one of those phenomenal toys that just keeps you engaged. There's just infinite ways of playing with these Legos. Like, you can build the kits and display them, or you can just buy them and have a whole host of just hodgepodge of pieces like I do. It's really just how you choose to play with use the product and play with the toy. And it just doesn't get much better than that. You just don't see that very often. Because some toys, they just come and go. Look at those fidget spinners. Nobody has a fidget spinner anymore. Was it like 2016? Those things were just, you could keep those things in the stores. And then almost as fast as they came on the market, nobody cared about them anymore. See them at the dollar store now. Nobody cares. But Legos, man, Walmart. I don't know about your local Walmart out there, but the ones around here, they got their Legos locked up, and you gotta ask the associate to get them out for you. I'm trying to see what the instructions are telling me to do here. So there's these little boat things, and look at and I've said this in my previous streams too. Like, the Star Wars series really brought out the best in Lego. It really forced Lego to reimagine, re-envision how their pieces came together and how these kits are built, and really brought a new level of reality to the Lego brand, or reality, realistic play, I should say. Especially with these newer kits, this TIE Fighter, the X-Wing, and from what I can tell on the X-Wing, the little wings actually spread out. There's I don't know if it's spring loaded or what. I'm really excited to see that. But yes, it's just Star Wars. The Star Wars series just really brought out the best in Lego, and like I said earlier, they just go really well together. And sometimes you just don't see that very often. Like, you'll see partnerships where one company will just dominate the other, or vice versa, but these two just marry up so well. And my neighbor's dog is driving me absolutely bananas right now. my dog, she's very polite. Well, for the most part. Um, she listens. She's a good dog. She's a very good dog. And mm, that doesn't look right. That's because that's not right. Oh, you almost got a drink out of that one, but I did not snap the piece together. So you don't get that satisfaction this time. Good luck next time. I mean, look at what Lego did here. You got this piece right here. These are just absolutely fantastic. Um, and it's kind of the Star Wars series that brought this out, that made this happen this way. Because the Star Wars vehicles, I should say, are very unique, very imaginative, and I'm sure for the Lego engineers out there, if I do happen to have any actual Lego engineers out there listening or watching, I'm sure it takes a lot of work and imagination to make these kits happen, and that is just, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12. Okay. So yeah, what else? Oh, yeah, that's the one. Making sure that I got to make sure that I'm working in my area here, because I did not, because I used to have markers of my kind of boundaries, so I knew when pieces were starting to float outside of my camera view here, so you could see everything that I'm doing. But I had to get a different tablecloth, because guess what? Movers packed those too. I was not thinking I was going to be streaming while I was in this transition period, but you know what? I think this is what I needed to do, and that's what's important. Recognizing that. Where are these pieces? I can't find them. There's this. I'm gonna need that in a minute. I'm looking for this kind of like half moon, quarter moon type thingy. It's probably right in front of me. Nope, not those ones. Almost looks like that, but there it is. There's one. These are really neat pieces too. Like I wish I would have had these kinds of pieces when I was growing up, because they are so neat. And I think with my younger imagination, I could have built so many neat things with the pieces that come with the kits now. But I think I did fairly well with what I had, with what was available at the time. And I think that's what really makes Lego fun. We're gonna build the other side too. That's really neat. Look how all that comes together. It's just phenomenal. It's fantastic. Oops. And this bone colored one. And there we go. Yeah, these, and the way that they incorporate Technic pieces more now. That was kind of a rare thing. Lego and Technic back in the day, they were very separate entities, or brands, if you will. And I'm actually working around kind of that concept in my job right now, in my internship, because there's actually two companies that um, are wrapped into be intertwined with one another, I should say. And of course, one of them is Call Me Group. That's who I hired on with. But the other part of that is the other company called Raidlog. Um, so here, fairly soon, I'm going to be working on a different style of branding and communication that I wasn't really working with before. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said in my previous streams, I really enjoy my work. I love my work. I work with some fantastic people, and it's just absolutely phenomenal when you put in a lot of work into something and it all just comes together, comes into fruition. And this is definitely one of those situations. I am just absolutely proud that that this came to be the way that it did, because like I said, I worked through 2 degrees and an entire Navy career to make this happen. So like I said, I linked up with a fantastic company. I like that word, fantastic, if you haven't noticed. It's a fantastic word. So, yeah, it's just another one of those things. Now, soldiering on with my separation process, finishing up my VA claim and paperwork, getting that all going, because it's important. It's very important to. This is interesting. This is really interesting, the way that they did this. So, I like I said, I have a habit of working my way off of the camera, and I'm because look at how this all snaps together, how it all came together. Somebody worked really hard and put a lot of thought into how all this comes together. But now I need to make this come together by snapping it in. There we go. Look at that. That's really neat. So that locked all of that into place with that one Technic piece. That's really cool. That's so super cool. So yeah, really looking forward to really everything that's coming up here relatively soon. I'm looking for a piece. So kind of looks like this a little bit, but it's a too high. There we go. There's one. I need another one. Oh, there it is. Ha. Thanks for the help. Somebody out there said it's right there. It feels like it should be like Blue's Clues or something. Right there, Terece. All right, I am on step 26. Normally we're supposed to help you understand where we are. I don't know how well my instructions are showing up on your end, but on mine, I can barely see. So, hey, if you can see what step I'm on, by all means, I'm trying to remember to, let you know what step I'm on to help you out. I also got to remember to do my touchpad from time to time so that my screen doesn't. Oh, hey, you get a drink. I got to take these off. I think that's 2 pieces, so I think that would be 2 drinks. There you go. Because these little round pieces go underneath. There. That goes there. And that goes there. And then... Huh. All right. Well, you get another one. Guess what? You get another one. Wow. I didn't even catch that. I was like, why does this not line up? Don't try that at home. You could choke on on a Lego piece. But some of these pieces are very difficult to get apart if you don't have a brick breaker, and which all of my brick breakers are currently in storage, and I don't think I've bought a kit yet that has a brick breaker in it. Such is the life, I suppose. Such is the life. C'est la vie. All right, so back to, so that's you. In that tiny little step, you get 4 drinks. That was challenging. I don't know why that was so challenging, but it was for some reason. There we go, 10%. You got to be at least 10% smarter than anything you're working with, just so you know. All right, so moving on. Finally, that was step 26, and that was a doozy, wasn't it? Okay. Here, my turtle over there. Now he's getting ready to go night-nights. Night-night, Filbert. All right, so I need 2 of these, and you go meal. And I need this. And that. Oh man, I haven't been talking much about Star Wars, huh? Talked a lot about Legos, but not so much about Star Wars. All right, so what else? I mean, there's so much to talk about in Star Wars. Oh my Star Wars. All right. So I need dark gray. There you are. So episode 4, like I said, just absolutely iconic. It episode 4 really didn't this is my personal opinion. It really didn't catch my attention a whole lot for some reason. As a kid, I really didn't get super into episode 4. It was actually, and I'll say this again when I do my stream for episode 5, but it was actually episode 5 that really got me into Star Wars. And that one just absolutely blew my mind. It was, just something so different from, because of course, growing up, it's Star Wars and then Star Trek, Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Sometimes I gotta take a minute and really make sure I'm understanding what these instructions are telling me what to do, so I do this right the first time. Because doing it right the first time makes it a little bit more fun, doesn't it? Go there. And then I need these little dots here and there. So, episode 4, though, it was good. It was good. It really kind of of course, set the stage for, what the at the time what the Jedi was, and yada yada yada. And kind of looking back at it, uh, you know, it's like this all magical power type thing, and yeah, I mean it's great, but I think the later episodes, the sequel episodes, really I hope I did that right. I'm doing that right. Oh, nope, 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 you go. Get a drink for that. I think that's how this is supposed to go. Um, but I think the iconic things in episode 4, of course, were the TIE fighters. And like I said, I just worked myself off the camera. I forgot to be checking my screen, which is actually over here, my big screen. Um, oh, well, look at you. I've kind of jetted ahead of the instructions there, just a little bit. But fortunately, with most Legos, is fairly symmetrical. So, if you do something once, chances are probably going to do the same a similar step later on. Might even have to do that step backwards because you're working on the other side. All right, so I think we then put this kind of off to the side a little bit with my little minifig here. And there you can see that. Let's see if we can kind of, no, I really can't. Yeah, this setup isn't exactly ideal, but we're just working with it right now. We're just working with it. All right. So like Lego just does such a fantastic job at look at all these pieces, how they just come together and they just make a specific thing, you know? Oh yeah, episode 4-ish. Oh yeah, okay, okay. The TIE fighters and the X-wing fighters really were the iconic things for that series. And I never really thought about it until later on. Well, maybe shortly before I did this stream, I did a little bit of research into what I might some things I might want to talk about, because I don't really script any of this. I just get on here and start talking and building and just kind of have fun. But What do you connect to? Oh, I see. Um, there we go. Like I said, episode 4, and everybody always made fun of course, the Death Star and this one weakness in the Death Star. And it wasn't until the sequels came out that they kind of plugged that little plot hole in why the Death Star had this one weakness, and how that whole thing came to be. And I thought that was pretty neat. I thought that was really neat about how they kind of tied that all together. Oh, well, there goes that. I don't know where that went. You know what? We'll just hope that Lego kind of gave us an extra piece there, and yeah, well, because yeah, that one's gone. It's gone, baby, gone. All right, so inside. Because fortunately, now Lego, every once in a while, they just pop in a few extra pieces there for you because they know you're gonna probably drop some, you're gonna lose some, and that's okay. Sometimes you can lose a little piece, and everything will still come together just fine. All right. So then these guys. Hear my dog stirring in there. I don't know what she's up to. See, now this step, they were actually very clear that you needed to add a little square onto this little angle piece. And these little angle pieces are really neat too. I like these ones. I think these are another one that I really wish would have been around in the 90s when I was a kid. It would have been really fun. The little one stacks are really hard to put together sometimes. But they come together nonetheless. Alright, so then trying to make sure that I'm showing you what I'm doing here. Jeez, oh Pete, there we go. My stars. And once again, I jetted ahead of my instructions a little bit. All right, so then got this. This is a really neat piece too. ahead and connects right here for the top. Snap. Look at that. And then I can put on my cockpit door like so. Look at that. That's a TIE fighter in the making. All right. So look at that, bag 2. And look at that. They did in fact give me an extra one of those little red pieces that I dropped. And my little pilot here, he has a blaster, by the way. So make sure he has that so he can defend himself. Rebel scum. All right. Put that off to the side. Another thing that this tablecloth does is this desk is actually a drafting desk. There's a part over here that lifts up, so when I'm drawing or drafting or writing or whatever, I can have an angled surface. So there's gaps, and this tablecloth prevents, of course, pieces from falling down into the gaps. So, all right, here we go. Bag 2, step 60. Step 60. Wow, here we go. All right, let's see. We got a minifig in this one. It's what is that? I don't even know what that is. It's probably a droid of some sort. Is it the droid we're looking for? You know what? I don't think this kit has any stickers. You got lucky this time. Let's take a look-see here. NIL8 is the droid. I've never heard of that one. But hey, NIL8, annihilate. Look at annihilate. Yeah. Yep. NIL8. Annihilate. Oh, Star Wars and Legos. They've always got little Easter eggs. Always got little Easter eggs. All right. Where's your bottom? There you are. All right, and we have the Annihilate droid. He's kind of a cool one. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything canon. Maybe one of the shows. I haven't watched any of the TV shows. I haven't watched Baby Yoda show or anything like that. So I don't know. All right, so let's build a side panel, right? Let's get going. All right, 4, 8, 12. Nope. Oh, that's a big piece. Oh, wow. Look at you. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Look at that. Look at that piece. That is super neat. Oh, I forgot to. There we go. That's probably looking better. I'm like, why? Look at that piece. That is so neat. That is so neat. I'm sitting here, all, building this kit. You're just staring at me. Got the little screen. I should have had the big screen on so you can see better what I'm doing. Oh, well. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 4 of those. 2, 3, 4. And then 2, 4, 6. I'm actually having to count the length of the pieces because sometimes it's kind of hard to see just by glance what what piece is talking about here. All right. I need a flat 4-bar, smooth 4-bar. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. This is pretty big pieces in this part. One and need a flat 4. There we go. 2. Nope. 2. There we have it. There's step 64. Okay. Man, I am not talking much about Star Wars. I feel like I talked a lot more about Star Wars in my previous episodes or series or however we want to label these. No, let's just not put a label on it. Let's just call it this this podcast or something. I don't know. So yeah, I think the other thing that I read up on about why, and these are kind of some things I didn't entirely notice, because it's a part of the magic, the George Lucas magic is just kind of this, and these wing type pieces, there's a left and a right on them. There we go. So sometimes it takes a couple of tries to figure out which one goes where. But the way George Lucas portrayed the future, especially on Tatooine, there is it's kind of this dirty, grubby, almost Wild West type feel. Because of course they're out there in the friggin' desert, and you have the sand people, and they go to the bar and everything, and it's like just this almost Western style. How they step up to the bar and all that. And that was very different for the time, because most science fiction shows, in the 70s and prior, portrayed a very clean atmosphere. A lot of white and a lot of, just clean electronics. And George Lucas kind of made a hard departure from that. And that really brought into play later on, of course, Firefly, because that's definitely how. We'll wait on that, because this doesn't look right. Something don't look right here quite yet. This guy. Oh, okay, I see. And that guy. Okay, then this one. Gotcha. So, that brought rise to Firefly, and that kind of space western feel, and it really worked. It really worked, and I think George Lucas was really huge motivator on that for Joss Whedon later on down the road. Motivator or influence. That's word I was thinking of. Influence. Huge influence. And Lucas really brought along a lot of different influences. The space battles, and like I said, kind of the sci-fi western motif, if you will. So the movie was actually extremely revolutionary in more ways than some of us may imagine. Two. Now I've moved all these pieces around. I had them kind of a little bit separated, but gotta keep them separated. But they kind of all ran together on me. All right, so then A2 flat here, and then guess what? Like I said, a lot of things in Lego are very symmetrical, and I am doing the same thing yet again. Surprise! I do here. I feel like there's something slightly askew because this is not going together the way the first one did. Oh, I see. All right. And you get a drink. Congratulations. All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of petering out a little bit here. That's okay. But for you, I will finish. I want to finish this build because this is too much fun. This is a lot of fun. All right. You know what? Let's I didn't snap it. You don't get a drink on that one. And we're gonna build another one of those here in a sec. These little pieces are really difficult to manage sometimes, but we get along, don't we? All right, step 70, 75. And guess what? We are doing what we did before, in that we are building a wing panel thingy. Now, another kit that I've really been wanting to get my hands on, my grubby little fingers, is Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. And, I talked earlier about, collectability. That is one of them. That is definitely one of them. Those kits are, if you can find one, fairly expensive. They are very pricey. So yeah. All right. So then we put these two together, and then we'll put these. Make sure that I'm working on the camera here. I keep having a tendency of pulling it in towards me, and that doesn't do you any good. All right. So then, I don't know why I even picked that up. There we go. All right. I did do the zoomy zoom with that. I don't know. I don't even know why I grabbed that. That has nothing to do with anything that I'm doing right now. But that's part of the mystery. It's part of the mystery. That is me. That is Terece. That is how we do here on Brickin Talkin with Terece. The case of the missing Lego piece. This, maybe I'll make this a mystery podcast. The case of the missing Lego piece. I'm looking for a smooth angled piece. A piece that goes right like that. except over here. It's floating around here somewhere. Oh, my bigger pieces over here. Kind of my smaller pieces over there. It's kind of when I start organizing. By color, by size, by what I think might be coming next. By function, by whatever, however I just feel like it in the moment. I have a feeling that this piece is going to be over here, right here somewhere. There, see, you start organizing things. You just have a habit of finding something. There we go. And then somebody's car alarm is going off. I don't know if anybody hears that on the thing, but that's happening. All right, so that's pretty together there. Look at that. That's really neat. All right, step 80. We're cooking right along with this build here. I'm kind of happy with it. So we're gonna need 2 of those and 1 of these. All right. And you know, that's kind of why I'm doing these podcasts. It's because if you missed any of my previous announcements, I have Lego Voltron. He is in my storage unit, not in the Navy's storage unit. And I think once I get to my permanent place of residence, I'm going to start that series. I want to finish up the Star Wars series first. I'm having a lot of fun with this Star Wars series. There's a lot of really neat kits out there. I think I've pretty much got them all, or most of them at the very least. At least the one that I'm interested in, is because it's important to, you know, be interested in what you're doing here. Oh, okay, all right. Well, we'll do that then. We'll do it your way, Lego. We will do it your way. Okay. Oh, look at that. That comes together really neat. And then I got to build another one. Oh, my stars. One piece. And then I need just throw those on there. And then I need those these little guys. Like I said, a lot of these parts are black. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to see what's going on with some of these pieces, but figure it out. Look at that. That is so neat. All right, then we got. So this is another one of those times when it's kind of important that I hold the piece the way that the instructions are showing me, because this could go wrong in some way, shape, or form. Go straight in the middle there. Yep. We're on step 87 now, by the way. Wow, what do we got going on here? What are you telling me to do? Did that. Okay. I think I understand what we're doing here. making sure that I'm still working on camera here. 3 and 4. And then we will do 2 of you. Go here. There we go. All right. Let's see if we can make heads or tails of what this is trying to tell me what to do here. Yeah, that's what it's telling me to do. Okay, Lego. Like I said, I think it would be so much fun to be a Lego engineer. And that is a real thing. I don't know what kind of, if any, what kind of certifications are out there, but I should look that up. See what it takes to be a Lego engineer. It's just something that's out there that's made up. I don't know. That is neat. Look at that. Nope. Need the long ones. 2, 3. Look at that. Look at how all that just comes together. That is just fantastic. I love this. I love building Legos. Sometimes it's kind of a surprise how it comes together. You don't really see everything until you see it come together. And that's just, sometimes it's just how life is. You just don't see everything until everything comes together. That's sometimes just the way it has to be. All right, we flip. Oh, this is always difficult for me, working on the reverse side. I don't know. See you can kind of see the instructions here. It's just really difficult for me to see. Once again, this is kind of when it helps to have the thing laid out in the same way that it shows in the instructions. There we go. Just make sure those are locked in tight. Yeah, this working on the reverse side is so hard for me. It actually kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. But that's okay too. All right, that just locks everything into place, really. Flip it back over. There we go. Cruising right along. 4 of those, 2 of those. Okay. Once again, let's have it look in the same way that it does in the picture, so that all of mine look the same. 2. 3. 4. And 2 of these, one at the top and one at the bottom. flip back over. This is pretty easy to see. And is there a right or a wrong way for this to go? I don't think so. I think it's pretty symmetrical. There we go. That just locks that whole thing in. Look at that. All right, so that then I think this is what we're doing. Yeah, these, especially with all these black pieces, it is just very challenging to see how some of these go together. All right, then we got this guy and that. Oh, there, but wait, there's more. I was about to say, and that is a wing, but that is not a wing quite yet. Okay. We're going to make 2 of these. Once again, I'm just taking a look here to make sure I'm understanding what Lego is trying to tell me what to do here. Okay. And then, all right, we do these. Yeah, these are some other parts I really wish would have been around. Look at how that uniball joint. Oh, sorry, that uniball joint. How it just it doesn't matter which way. It just moves. I wish I would have had stuff like that when I was a kid. Like, that's what makes this fun, though. That's what makes this so much fun. All right, moving right along. We're getting to it. Getting to it. There we go. And then that all comes together here. See that kind of uniball action come into play there. Look at that. It just all lines up. It just all lines up with each other. And see how that you can just adjust that to make it fit because of that uniball right there. That's so cool. All right, and then we connect that wing. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way on this one. So see, see, once again, I just have a habit of working off camera and working my way off camera. All right, so there's a wing. There's a TIE fighter wing. And we're now into bag 3. We have a stormtrooper in this bag. Kind of got my stream started a little late today, but that's okay. That's okay. I just enjoy it. All right. Oh, goodness. Yeah, look at that. That's so neat. These actual shooting pieces. That's just so neat. I don't even know. Like, I wish I would have had things like that when I was a kid. That looks like so much fun. Got a stormtrooper helmet and a stormtrooper face. Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? Okay, I cracked myself up. All right. So we've made our minifig out of this bag. And we are going to build another wing. Surprise, surprise. Almost like we've done this before. All right. So, I'm kind of hungry. Oh, goodness. All right, step 101. Look at us. Look at us go. We are just cruising right along on this. There we go. We need 2 of these. I mean, technically 4, because I do believe we will be needing some later on. 2 of those. And 4 flat. Another 4 flat. 4 flat, 4 smooth, 4, just 4. All right. Okay. Yeah, these little pieces can be really difficult to work with sometimes. It uses a lot of fine motor skills. Oh, the other thing I found interesting was that George Lucas actually wrote the Star Wars intro song in the same key as the Fox fanfare, so everything flowed together. That was absolutely brilliant from my perspective. From a musical perspective, that is just wow. Like I said, like you just kind of thought of the little nitty gritty details and just made that whole thing come to life. Made one of the most iconic science fiction series ever. But George Lucas, he's a smart fella. When he sold Lucasfilms to Disney, he actually kept the rights for the merchandising. So this is not actually going to. These purchases do not actually go to Disney; they go to George Lucas. Which I mean, hey, it is what it is, I suppose. Okay, that. And then guess what? We're going to have to do another side. Set that off to the side. We will get started with the other one. Here comes another one. It's almost like this is like the 4th time that I've done this already. So crazy. All right. Just picking through, trying to see, making sure that I'm still working on camera. I think if I kind of adjust my chair. Oh, that's much more comfortable. Why didn't I think of that sooner? And I think I actually have a very desk as well, so it goes up and down, and I think it's a little bit higher than what I normally have it, but I don't want to change it because I already got my camera set up, so I don't want to mess with that right now. Have to deal with it. Need one more of those. Where are you? Ah, there you are. All right, so oh, guess what? You get a drink. Congratulations. What? I get a drink because I've been doing a lot of talking actually. A little dry. So yeah, okay, back to this. Nope, almost dropped it. You know, I think the last stream I actually incorporated that if I drop a piece, you get two drinks or something like that. We'll have to discuss that in the next general meeting. Bring that up with the committee. I don't know. This should go pretty fast, being we've already done this 3 times. All right, then we do these little wingling things, and we go this way with these little wingling things. I actually had good, happy success when I just put these together first, because it actually shows you to put these smooth pieces on and then put everything together. But I actually had better success doing it this way. That way I don't miscount and have to take things apart. I am doing my part to prevent alcohol use by doing this right the first time. Nope. Okay. Set this off to the side for the moment. Pour ce moment. And I think I make 2 of these if I can remember correctly. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. You win, Lego. I'll do it the way that it says in the instructions. Three piece. That all snaps in. There we go. And rinse and repeat, right? that is together. All right, so once again, we will hold this or put this in the same way that it shows in the picture, and we will assemble this. Snap that right in there. We need one. Like so. One. And sometimes these pieces they don't lock in straight, so you gotta double check them. All right, moving right along. All right, then we do these long, smooth pieces like we did the last time. That's when things really start coming together. Yeah, look at how that just all comes together. All to make one TIE fighter wing. Wait, which one do you go? There we go. All right. Didn't count because it didn't fully snap in, so you don't get a drink for that. All right, so two of these. Then we work on the reverse side, which, as I said earlier, is not exactly my favorite thing to do. Match these up right. It's really hard to see. Even though I've done this on the other wing, it's important to make sure that you see what you're doing. That one just locks all that into place. There we go. And flip you again. So we will do this way. Step 128, by the way, if anybody out there is keeping track. Oh. And we're back. I don't know if the screen actually went dark when my computer tried to go to sleep. No, not today. Now is not the time to sleep. Now is the time to build Legos. And we lock that all into place with these guys here. There we go. And we'll do the centerpiece here. Oh, I think I need to go back and undo that one too. Guess what? You get a drink. Haha. Wow, that was a... Yeah, you see, so that those all line up with the little crossbars there. That's what that's for. All right. And my favorite part with these little uniball pieces here. Almost done. We're on step 132. 132. Okay. You know, it's kind of another one of those things in which one was it? I think it was in The Force Awakens with the arms dealer when he points out that, or the hacker or whatever, that the arms dealers were selling weapons to both sides of the fight. Kind of feel that way by having both the TIE Fighter kit and the X-Wing kit. So then, guess what? Put you together. That was the other thing. The TIE Fighter sound. It wasn't the normal, like, spaceshipy sound. It was howling, and it was just something different. That's another thing that. Let's see if I can. Oh, you don't like lock in. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, you do lock in. So these little guys are spring loaded. So then I think what I do is aim it at the camera. Oh! That's so much fun. Look at that. Oh my. They make these so much fun. Like so much more interactive than what they were when I was a kid. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Lego, but they've just leaps and bounds just done so much to make these kits just so fun and interactive and have different dimensions of playability with these kits. Put my TIE Fighter pilot in here. He's at the controls. He's looking to shoot down some rebel scum. He's in there. I don't know if the camera will pick that up. He's kind of got a lot of glare, got a lot of lights on. There we go. You kind of see him in there. But yeah, there's my Lego TIE Fighter. I am super happy with this build. It was super fun. It was absolutely fantastic building this kit. Talking a little bit about Star Wars, of course, a lot about Legos. And thank you so much for joining me. Or if you're watching this at a later date, thank you for watching. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the instructions here, and like I said, like later on, they put the put inventory kits, so you can inventory all your pieces, and for later use. That's super cool. Lego just thinks of everything. It's just one of those brands, they think of everything. So always keep the instructions, keep the box if you can. All right, so I hope everybody has a great night. It was absolutely fantastic doing this build, and I hope you really enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed building it. So keep calm and brick on.